Okay, so this is stage 1 of continuous hem. The first thing we need to do is to check which is our right sides of our facing and our main, because we need to know what side to bluff to. So if there's no notches at all on this cut work, yes, there are, you're right. Look at that now. Let's just draw them in so we can see them a bit better. Double notches, matching those double notches. We need to have a pair of our centre fronts, that's cool. So if that's our main and those two match together like that, that means that one flips the other way, so that makes that our facing. So I'm just going to put facing on it so that I remember that's my facing. That's the side that I need to bluff towards when I'm stitching. Because now I'm going to put him aside and I'm going to, if that's my panel seam with my double notches, I'm going to stitch my two centre fronts together. Okay, so put my facing and my main together, stitching my centre front. I know that it's marked up on this for 1.5 centimetre seam allowances on this cut work. We're going to ignore that. We're going to do it at 1 centimetre. Okay, just ignore the 1.5 altogether. Oopsie. Okay. But like I was saying before, if you did happen to have a really thick fabric, then you probably would do 1.5 centimetres everywhere except on your lining. Okay, because thicker fabrics tend to be spongier and tend to roll in a little bit more, which means you'll need that extra seam allowance just so you can stitch easily. So we've stitched down our centre front. We are then going to bluff that seam on our centre front towards our facing. That's why I wrote facing on that side. You might just want to put a little cross or a little F or something on the back of it so that you know that's your facing. We're going to bluff it at an edge stitch all the way down. Pulling them open, making sure there's a nice flat seam. Back tacking on both sides, really important. Okay, once we've done that, we're going to stitch along the hem at the bottom. We're going to roll it in exactly like we did before, and we're going to put a pin at the bottom of that to say where the hem is there. When you roll it in, I want to make sure that you don't absolutely pull it out and stitch through that seam. No, it must roll in. You must back tack and stitch straight over the top of that. 1 centimetre seam allowance. If you can't gauge that way, you can stitch the other way. It really doesn't really matter which way you go. So if you don't know what your 1 centimetre is, otherwise you can mark it up 1 centimetre on your, if you aren't comfortable stitching the other way. Make sure that seam is down flat when you come up to it. Back tack. Flip. Okay. And that is stage 1 completed.